is. I want to make a statement up front, and I've said this a few times, and I want to reiterate it because I truly believe this is going to be the case. Unless you start trading, now listen to me very carefully, unless you start trading like a social enterprise, you will become irrelevant in the next few years. I'm telling you that. Unless you start delivering, not only making money, but also you start delivering social value alongside your financial success. I'm telling you, you're going to have no place. I don't care what size of business you are. Mark my words. I want it to be said that I first heard Boomy say that, and I just thought he was talking rubbish. But what he said is coming to pass right now. Unless you start trading like a social enterprise, you'll be irrelevant in the next few years. So that's why the subject we're going to be covering today is extremely important. So what are we going to deal with? We're going to talk about what social value is. We're going to talk about what social impact is. We're going to look at who are the major players in the social entrepreneurship or social enterprise or social impact, space. And you're going to be surprised when you start seeing the names of major companies that you actually recognize as brands that are chasing social impact right now. We're going to be looking at what their tenets are, and we're going to be talking about their relevancy. And I'm not sure how many videos I'm actually going to do, but I'm going to give you as much value as I can. Now, with that short intro, but that intro is coming to like 3 minutes. The reason is, listen, the videos I want to do on this subject, I'm not playing. I'm going to take my time to explain, because if you stay with me, you truly grasp the essence of the new wave of businesses that are going to be successful over the next years to come. Trust me, I'm telling you that now. All right, let's go on. So when we talk about social value, what does it mean? When we talk about social impact, what does it mean? First of all, let me say that when people use the terms social value or social impact, sometimes with certain people, they mean the same things. But let's unpack it in such a way that we can understand it, so that when we say social value or social impact, we know exactly what we are talking about. So this is one definition from one of the key players, which I'm going to talk about a little bit later, called the Social Value UK or Social Value International or Social Value Network International. Now, they explain social values to mean reducing inequality and environmental degradation, and at the same time increasing the well-being of everyone. So it does three things: reduces inequality. Maybe some people are not getting jobs because of their sexuality, or some people are not getting jobs because of their color. Reduce that type of inequality. Some people are not getting jobs because they're disabled. Even jobs that they're well capable of doing, they're not giving it to them because they're disabled. Reduce inequality. Reduce environmental degradation, which got to do with pollution, the effects of companies polluting the air and polluting the land. Reduce all that. And when we talk about companies, we also have a role to play, because I'm going to come to that, the role that we need to play. But reducing that, and then increasing the well-being, letting people have better health, let them feel better about themselves so that they can become more productive. So social value means that to Social Value UK. That's their definition. Okay, another one. Social Value Portal, they describe social value as contributions that are made to the long-term well-being and resilience of individuals, communities, and society in general. Now, their definition is not very far removed from the first definition we looked at. Look, it's talking about reducing inequality and environmental degradation, as well as increasing well-being. And this definition says we want to increase the long-term well-being and resilience of individuals, communities, and society. Relatively the same thing, but different words and different emphasis. Okay, what about social impact? What is social impact? Social impact means the effects on people and communities that happens as a result of an action or activity, or sometimes even an inaction or activity, project, program, or policy. So whatever action is being taken by you or me or an organization, a business, whatever action they're taking, whatever action or project that organization or person is engaged in, it affects the community and people at large. Even some things we do now affects people who are far away. Look, one thing coronavirus taught all of us is that whatever happens to one person happens to us all. Whatever pollution is happening in certain parts of Africa, and we're thinking, oh, we're okay. No, one day those things are coming back here. So we need to be careful about what we do. The way we demand, new products. We demand a new iPhone. We demand a new, I'm not having a go at iPhone, by the way. They're good phones. But we demand newer ones even before the ones we're using is damaged. Well, guess what? When phone companies have to create new mobile phones all the time, they have to increase pollution sometimes to deliver the products that we are demanding. So we sometimes are the cause of pollution indirectly. Anyway, like I said, we'll talk about that. But the effect of any company, the effect of your taste, the effect of your demand, the effect of your requirements affects people down the line. The effects of your clothing is affecting the people producing those clothing in as far as Bangladesh and as far as China, as far as the sweatshops, wherever they're located in parts of Africa or whatever. Your demand is affecting them. So we all are having an impact. We all are having an impact on the environment. We are having an impact on people. The same way when we demand products and organizations go out to satisfy our desires, it's also sometimes producing employment for people who otherwise would not have employment. So we're having an impact that way as well. It's not always negative because there's so many positive impacts that we have. Okay? Now, this is the definition of goodfinance.org. So if we go back and take a look at all three definitions, one of them is reducing inequality and environmental degradation, as well as increasing well-being. The other one is contributions made to the long-term well-being and resilience of individual communities and society in general. And then the final definition, which is about social impact, is the effect on people and communities that happen as a result of an action, activity, project, program, or policy. Now, if we take those definitions, what does it mean, right? Well, to me, my definition, let me give you mine. I got mine too. My definition is having a positive change on the whole man, woman, child, community, nation, the world, spirit, soul, and body. Now, when I say that, somebody say, oh, you're going to bring your religious. Okay, I'm a Christian, but, yeah, I'm speaking from the perspective of the Bible, but in this particular statement that I'm making, when I use the word spirit, I not only mean it in a relationship with Christ sense, I mean it also in a way that envisage how somebody feels about themselves, the kind of spirit or the attitude they have, or, how they see themselves. Are they upbeat? Are they motivated? Are they excited about life? We want to affect people and communities and nations so that everyone is excited about living. And their soul, are they learning new things? Their bodies, are they enjoying the well-being that is intended for them? Am I our organizations engage in activity that makes the person feel good about themselves, that makes them learn, and that makes them live well. So that's my own definition. Having a positive change on the whole man, woman, child, community, nation, and the world itself. Okay, let's go on. So if we look at those definitions, either mine or the one that belonged to Social Value UK and the one that belonged to Good Finance, and the third one that belonged to the Social Value Portal, we can say that there are three key areas that have been discussed. And I think Mr. Carpenter, the CEO of Social Value UK, puts it quite well. He talks about changes in people's lives that affect their well-being. And he looked at it as, the social, environmental, and economical. So we're looking at social, which is, you can put health there if you like. You can put community relations there if you like. You can put family well-being there if you like. You can put mental well-being in there if you like. And environmental, you can put good air. You can put reduction in carbon footprints. You can do reduction in pollution there. In number two, environmental. You can also put, when it comes to economic, you can put progress. You can put equality. You can put finance there. You can put income. You can whatever. You can put business, entrepreneurship. You can put it there. All that equates to social value. So when the word social value or social impact is mentioned, you can think about it in the realm of these three key areas. It's delivering social value, it's delivering environmental value, and it's delivering economic value to people. Now, the reason why we're talking about social value in particular is that whenever an organization is engaged in any activity, they tend to look at it only from the financial value. No, there are other values that we now need to be considering, and they are the social, the environmental, and the economical. So that's going to be important as we go on in this series of videos. Now, one thing you will notice is that many of those areas overlap. And when we go look at the Sustainable Development Goals that the UN has just released, not just, they've released those goals a few years now, because it's planned for them to be attained by 2030. So you will notice that all these areas overlap. Let me give you an example of what I'm talking about. If you look at the economic value that we're adding to those around us, so you are giving opportunities for people to have a job. You're giving opportunities for people to share in the profits of your organization. So that person, because they are sharing in the profit, they can live in a better place. So that same person will now start enjoying good health, which is social, because they have economic means to do so. And because they have the economic means to do so, they no longer need to buy products that are going to end up in landfills every single day. They can now buy better quality products that last longer. So they start looking after the environment in that way. So the three areas actually converge into one because they are interrelated. So I want you to always think about social value as being interrelated, and there is always something that you can do to improve the social, environmental, and economic value wherever you are, in whatever you are doing. No matter, you may think to yourself, what do I have to do? I don't have any money. It's not about just having money. It's about what you do that can affect your environment, what you do that can affect those around you, what you do that can increase and help somebody's economic value. So let's take a look at what the UN would like all of us, individuals, nations, organizations, to actually tap into. This video is getting a bit long, so I'm probably going to stop on this UN slide. The areas are I don't know if you've seen this, but you cannot talk about social value. In fact, you cannot talk about any kind of sustainable development without looking at these UN Sustainable Development Goals. It's normally called SDG. And there's so much information around this online. But what the UN wants is that there is no more hunger. There is, I beg your pardon, there's no poverty, which means everybody has means to live. There is no hunger. There is good health and well-being for everyone. There's quality education for every single person on earth. There is gender equality. What a woman can do well. She should not be penalized from having a job because she's a woman. No, she can do it. She should get it. Okay. Clean water and sanitation. There should be affordable, clean energy. There should be decent and economic growth, decent work and economic growth in industry, innovation, and infrastructure. Yeah, very, very important. Reduced inequality, sustainable cities and communities. We need to start. There are already works now. There's certain banks in Holland, I believe, that if you're trying to build a new property, new built properties, and you are not making those properties sustainable, meaning, for example, you're using solar energy and you are reducing carbon footprints, if you're not doing that, you're not going to get money to build because people are really keen into this now. Okay, number 12, responsible consumption and production. That's where you and I come in. Okay, climate action, actions we're taking to help the climate to improve. Life below water, very important. Life on land, peace, justice, and strong institutions, and then partnerships for the goals. So that's the UN. That's what the UN wants. So all that kind of accumulates with what we're talking about here in terms of delivering or having social, environmental, and economic value wherever we are with whoever we're with. So let me show you where we're going to continue next time. So when we come back, I'm going to show you who the key players are in this space. Who are they? Well, let's take a look now. They are Social Value UK and Social Value International. They're one organization. Well, they're two organizations, but this is the UK. There's a UK arm and there is an international arm which every one of their members subscribes to. And there is the Global Impact Investment Network. This is going to shock you. You got people like Morgan Stanley. You got people like Chase Bank. You got all the big, well, many of the big corporations have joined together to try and now implement a social impact into everything that they do. Okay. And the third key player is social value portals. This is going to be an interesting series. I can just feel it already. I know that you're going to learn so much. And I know that your life would be changed. Your business life in particular. And your thought life will be changed as we go through this series. All right. I'll see you when we come back. If you like this, do like it. Let me scroll down to my final slide here. If you like it, do like it. Please subscribe to the channel so that you can get the videos as I put them out. Actually, in the past 15 days or so days, I've been putting out one video every day. I'm telling you, it's a lot of work, but I'm doing it anyway. So thank you so much for listening. If you've bore with me so far to 20 minutes and 15 seconds, then you have done very, very well. All right, then God bless you. I'll see you soon. Thank you. Bye.